Hello to everyone. I am Professor Raja, working as Assistant Professor, ECE Department, SNS College of Technology, and an autonomous institution, Coimbatore. In this YouTube video, I am going to discuss about 23 ECET 221 Microprocessor and Microcontroller subject under the topic 8259 Interrupt Controller. So if you watched my previous YouTube video, you may have a knowledge about how a microprocessor is working and the various architecture of microprocessor and their addressing mode and their instruction set and their interrupt controllers are discussed. Now I am going to discuss about 8259, a microcontroller based interrupt controller. Now let us move on to the video. So this 8259 is called as a interrupt controller, which is manufactured by the Intel company. So this is the general classification of interrupts. Interrupts are divided into hardware interrupts and software interrupts. Further, the hardware interrupts are divided into maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. So if you have any doubts on this maskable interrupts on microprocessor, kindly watch my previous YouTube video. Now we will discuss on to 8259, the famous microcontroller based interrupt controller. So 8259 programmable interrupt controller. This IC is designed to simplify the implementation of the interrupt interface in 8088 and 8086 based microcomputer systems. This device is known as a programmable interface controller or a programmable interrupt controller, or simply it is called as PIC. It is manufactured using the NMOS technology and it was available in 28-pin DIP. As you know, 8086 is a 48-pin DIP, whereas this 8259 is the 28-pin DIP. DIP means dual inline package IC. The operation of the PIC is programmable under software controller and it can be configured for a wide variety of applications. That is, depend upon application, we can program the PIC based on the application of a user interface. 8259A is treated as a peripheral in a microcomputer system. 8259A PIC adds 8 vector priority encoded interrupts to the microprocessor. This controller can be expanded without additional hardware to accept up to 64 interrupt request service. This expansion required a master 8259A and the 8259A slaves. That is, by using this 8259, we can perform 8 input data and also 8 output data. Some of its peripheral interrupt controller features are the ability to accept level triggered or edge triggered inputs, the ability to be easily cascaded to expand from 8 to 64 interrupt inputs. That is, by using this 8259, we can increase the additional interrupt controller via either 8086 or either 8085. It is its ability to be configured to implement a wide variety of priority schemes. Next, this IR0 to IR7 are used as 8 hardware interrupt devices that are supported by 8086 and 851 microcontroller. So the processor is interrupted whenever the interrupting device delivers a signal to the 8259. So these are the signals that if you see this figure, there are so many configurations as that is CAS0, CAS1, that is a cascaded connection. GND means the ground connection. RD means read bar, WR means write enable, CS means chipset enable, then VCC means a voltage, A0 means the address line, INTA means interrupt acknowledgement, INT means interrupt SB enable, CAS2. Now we will see detailed discussion about this individual pin numbers. So D0, D7 is connected to a microprocessor data bus from D7 to D0. That is, through this bus only the microprocessor and the 8259 are interconnected. IR0, IR7, if you see this figure, IR0, IR7, interrupt request inputs are used to request an interrupt and to connect to a slave in a system with multiple 8259. That is, through this pin only we can connect the various interrupt in 8086. WR bar, the write input connects to write stop signal of microprocessor. RD bar, the read input connects to the IORC signal. INT, the interrupt output connects to the INTR pin on the microprocessor from the master and is connected to a master IR pin on a slave. INTA bar. The interrupt acknowledge is an input that connects to the INTA signal on the system. In a system with the master and slaves, only the master INTA signal is connected. A0, this address input selects different command words within 8259A. CS bar, chip select enable the 8259A for programming and control. SP bar and enable bar, the slave program enables buffer in a dual function pin. So in this YouTube video, I discussed what is meant by 8259 and what are the types of 8259 and some explanation of the pins which are used in 8259. So next YouTube video, I will discuss the working operation of 8259. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any doubts on this, please comment on the link given below. Thank you for watching my video.